Hey y'all, it's Tonya with Tonya Made Life, and I'm back with a week 16 update. Yes, ma'am. I thought it was actually 14 weeks, but I actually just went through and calculated it, and it is actually week 16. Woo, yes. So I'm very excited to report after about a month of just kind of what I call plateauing. And it's just most of it was me and traveling. And yeah, I don't do so well on the road. I start out good because I bring the things I need to eat, but after that, it falls off. Um, Losing, gaining, stagnant, not losing. And I'm like, woo, I went through about 4 weeks of that. But for the past 2 weeks, although I've been on 2 trips, I've had 2 trips. And yeah, I am consistently losing again. Now, one thing I kind of got myself put down some of the eating as carbs. My sweet tooth kicked up, and I had bad allergies, and so I was craving sweets and bread, and so that's part of what had me stagnant. But as of today, got on the scale this morning, and my current weight, as you saw, is 314.8. And I'm down 26.2 pounds. So I thank God for progress. And I can say I tried on some clothes, and wow, some things that I had in my closet that I hadn't been wearing because it was too snug. And I put them on, this one particular skirt, and oh my gosh, I mean, just zipped up with ease. No, oh my gosh. So I can definitely see, as my coach calls them, non-scale victories in my clothes. So I'm very excited about that. What I can't really see, my face still looks fat, and it came up. So this past weekend, my cousin and I went to a wedding in Huntsville, which love Huntsville, and I've been there before. My dad's people, I had some family down there. I never saw this part of Huntsville, and to me, everything I saw before, I was not impressed. But oh, I went back this weekend. Oh my God, I love Huntsville. Love it, love it, love it. Learned a lot. I think I saw one report had it the #2 place to live in America. So yes, it's Madison Place. Everything is new. They got apartments, new construction everywhere. The shops, the restaurants. Oh my gosh, just loved it. Had a fabulous time. Went to the wedding. It was beautiful. I used a shot of the bride and groom doing their first dance at the reception, kind of in the trailer, the thumbnail video. But when I took a few quick pictures of me and my cousin, and I'm like, okay, when I saw that picture, I'm like, I look no different than I did a year ago. To me, anyway. I'm like, oh, and I was kind of disgusted by that, because I would say for me, the last weight I gained was this face weight and all of this. And this is what I most want to go away. You know, I feel like it ages me a lot. And so I will be very happy when that's gone. I have done some new recipes, which I'm hoping to start. I got a new day job, got a new day gig. And I thank God for blessing me with it. It's with my same company. I'm able to work from home, and I'm very excited about that for a lot of reasons, for the cooking, being able to go work out at the gym in the middle of the day. Yeah, I'm very excited about those things, and I'm, praying and asking the Lord to help me take advantage of this opportunity to do both spiritual and natural things, because I know my church, we have a lot of prayer services during the day that I haven't been able to go to because I'm at work or either getting ready to go to work in the mornings. So there's that, and I'm very excited about that, but also cooking, just to make sure I consistently prepare all of my food and stay away from fast food or any prepared food, even restaurant food, because you just never know what they put in it. So very excited about that. I will say, I've been saying on the constipation issue, I would say I haven't had any problems with it. But like I'll say again, I prayed and I asked the Lord to not let me have any symptoms. And by his grace, I have not. But what I have since learned, because my mother's having a little challenges right now. She's 81. She's having a few challenges with being constipated. And so, and kind of having these conversations, we both have the same primary care doctor. And I discovered that I'm not regular like I should be. My regular is every other day, maybe. It's not every day. Definitely not 2 times a day. So one thing I have added into my regime to try to get that moving is to drink some Metamucil every day. And I know a lot of people are like, yuck. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it tastes like Tang. I use it as my orange juice, basically. And so, I want to get myself, in addition to the other fiber things, I want to make sure I want to get my system up to where it's consistent daily. And then I want to get it up to multiple times a day. One thing that my coach, the program Calibrate I'm on, recommends is that we walk 10 minutes after eating. And I've done a lot of walking over the past weekend trip. And boy, I mean, we went in Ross and I walked and walked and walked. And after we ate, I walked, went and walked, and I'll be John Brown. And that's something we say, had to go right to the restroom. So that moving is very important for dealing with constipation, not just drinking the water, which is still a challenge for me because I just don't be thirsty. Moving is very, very important. So I'm still on the 5 milligram dose, and I was really thinking by now I'd be up, they would have bumped me up to the 7.5. So, I had to go see, my allergies were kicking up, have had a tussle with allergies this season. Finally had to go to my primary care doctor, and we talked about it. And, she said that she recommends, as long as I'm consistently losing weight, that I, consider staying with that 5 milligram dose, as if it's really up to me. But, she recommends, she wanted me to stay with that dose, because she said at some point I may plateau and I may need to go up to a higher. So as long as I'm losing weight consistently on that, stay with it. Don't rush to, bump up to the next dose, So, so pretty much for me, we're talking 16 weeks and I've lost 26 pounds. And so that's without exercise. I mean, I've done a little, but I really have not been exercising like I should. Definitely ain't getting no 10,000 steps. So I'm going to try to begin to increase those steps to try to, get that up, because I want to be, if I could lose, gosh, let me see, if I'm 314 now. If I could be 275 by August, I'm going to South Korea. That's my trip that's been out there that I've been wanting to go on. But every time I plan it, I'm like, okay, I want to go to all those cute little cafes they have. And I think to myself, them some little people. They not set up in just the infrastructure, things like the booths, the chairs. They just not set up for us American-sized people. And I don't want to be worried about that. I don't want to have to pre-think things like that. In addition, I want to be comfortable on that long flight in main cabin. Although I will say, shockingly, my church went to Israel back in 2022, and I almost canceled that trip because I was concerned about being in a main cabin seat for that long period of time. And it was 13-hour flight, overnight flight we went from Memphis to Newark to Israel, Tel Aviv. And it was fine. It was fine. I sat with some really nice older people, and I pretty much slept the whole way. I had on my compression socks, and it was fine. So yeah, and that was 26 pounds ago, so, but still, I just would like to get some down. And, I'm kind of, I will say I have been kind of not reminiscing, but I've just been thinking about how much of my time I've spent as the fat girl and kind of how that has impacted some things. It hadn't impacted everything. I can't say that I've not done, something because of that. Um, really that I really wanted to do, but it's just I'm looking forward to experiencing life as not that, because like I said in my video, How Did I Get Here? I talked about that. I was a size 12, 14, and I felt the same way I feel now. And I think a lot of that is because I was taller than everybody. I was 5'8" in sixth grade. I was taller than everybody. I was always taller. And I've been pretty, I was probably size 10 and, wearing size 10 clothes in the sixth grade. So I was always bigger than everyone, although that wasn't, when taken up all together, big, but still, I kind of, it made you feel you were, or I was conscious about, okay, I'm different than everybody else. And so that feeling of being different than everybody else, it's the same today, but I will say, I think I've kind of gotten used to it. So, I don't really always think about it until maybe I go to a new setting or something. And so one of the big wins for me is just experiencing, what it's like to just not think about that, in things. So yeah, those are my big updates. Yeah, I took down all, since I'm working from home, I'm in the process of kind of creating some new art and doing some new things for the room. The background will be back at some point back here in my home office, but I kind of took everything off the walls for now. Actually, I took it off for my interview was a virtual Zoom interview, and I was like, yeah, let me take off all this stuff. So that's why I took it down. And I'm going to take this opportunity to rearrange some artwork. So yeah, hopefully by the next time I do my next update, which I'm now only going to do these monthly, I think. Because I was doing them every week, and then I was like, especially when I got plateaued. I think I'm just going to get, I was looking at some other YouTubers, and most of them only do updates when they get a big number. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do. So right now I'm thinking it'll be kind of an end of the month recap update, but I'm thinking about other pieces of content. I'm working on recipes that I use. I think I already did a food list that's out there that you can download. If you go to tonyamadelife.com and go to the GLP journey channel, which will show you all the posts, you can get that. But also, yeah, a lot of recipes and things that I've been cooking. May do a little bit of beauty and skincare, because I know, like I said, one of the things I am starting to get kind of flabby, which I will say my mother has never been real any size really, but she's always had these arms. Her mother had them. My great grandmother had them, so that is kind of a hereditary thing. So I'm trying to figure out what I need to be doing now, other than I am moisturizing, using serums on them, tightening things, and doing free weights to try to firm those up. But also, you got firming up the muscle, but also want to try to get the skin supple so it snaps back. And I know water is going to be key to that, so got to get that water in. So that's my update for week 16. And I will see you again in a month. The Lord says the same, with a week 20 update of where I am. And hopefully I will have lost 20 pounds in a month, which would be about 5 pounds a week with the walking in and working from home. So yeah, until next time, bye-bye.